to them. Fingertip to painted lip, she sways her way up to him. Says, now that your wallet is all lit up, now that your wallet is all lit up, now that your wallet is all lit up, now that your wallet is. Buy this car to drive to work to pay for this car. Buy this car to drive to work to work.
Welcome to the Yellow Brick Road. I'm Jordan, this is James, and today we're going to be talking about Mr. VertigoPolitix and the gaslighting of white people, according to him. Also,
Joe?
Also, Joe Biden will, he'll creep us out a little bit more. Or his creepiness is catching up to him. I don't know which one it is. A small clip from AOC's appearance on MSNBC with that guy, that nerd guy that makes millions of dollars. And finally, Jared Taylor being banned in Europe. But first, please consider donating to Devon's Journey to Recovery. The link is in the description box, and the website is in the intro. With metric playing, yes, beautiful. Hustle Rose. Please donate. Any amount will help. We're not Stefan Molyneux here. We won't be mad at you if you only donate $1. Any amount of money will help. Because we don't have free healthcare in this country. Sorry, guys. So we have to help each other out by donating. Devon's Journey to Recovery. GoFundMe link in the description box. Hey, Joe. I'm used to talking to your brother. You're a, hey, Joe. Hey, Jordan. Yes. Alright, so our first video will be on a lad named VertigoPolitix. Now, we've made several videos about this guy's videos, and he has some weird concepts he's working with. He likes to get into psychology. He uses, weird artsy-fartsy style videos. I think he believes in ethnic souls, like a metaphysical soul. He believes in like ethnic versions of them. So there's like a white soul and a Latino soul and a black soul and an Asian soul. And he's also blocked me on Twitter. Because
Pussy.
I don't know. You'd figure the debate stage would be the best place to, talk about things, but sometimes you just cut and run. It's okay. It's fine. I'm not hurt by it. I'm doing all right.
Pussy.
So this is VertigoPolitix video, gaslighting the white normie, whatever the fuck that means. This is our breeze through kill time topic, so hopefully people show up and we can talk about the other topics, the real topics we want to talk about, just to hear other people's opinions. I like that shit. All right, so here we go. VertigoPolitix, gaslighting the white normie.
I was taken to the orphan's home. I was only 9 or 10. And I put my feet down on the sidewalk, and they had to drag me in. I said, I'm not an orphan. And then later, some people said, well, it's better you forget about your mother. I said, but where's my mother? They said, she's dead.
Apparently, the word family has now become an unacceptable term amidst the pathologized workforce at Google. This accursed three-syllable construction has been labeled as exclusionary, for it generates a trigger response among homosexual programmers at the Giga Corporation, who prefer to think of their own synthetic unions as families, while its very notion profanes the religion among the
Alright, he's already starting off with the synthetic unions. That shouldn't it be about two people or multiple people that actually care about each other and want to be together and around each other? What's synthetic about that? Is it because it's not a man and a woman? Is that it?
I literally look at his relationship as two people.
Well, I mean, he said family. So it could be like a gay couple and a adopted kid or 2 adopted kids. Like, oh, do they love each other and care about each other? Oh, you're good.
I was gonna build on that, but you know,
good.
relationship with 2 people, whether they adopt someone or not, or have a child, or wow, nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, apparently that hurts his senses because family.
It sounds like conditioning.
What a real family is back in the 1960s, and they're all white, and you know they flip burgers on the weekends, and dad works a office job, or dad owns his own hardware shop. That's a real family. Anything else is just fake. It's pseudo. It's synthetic.
Bullshit.
It's created by Google, apparently.
Lucky careerist carousel-riding spinsters-to-be, whose followers are also well-stocked at the offices of this vast, godless place. Families, and more specifically white nuclear families, are now considered an organic form of homophobia.
See, this is what happens when someone starts zooming into like a particular type of content and then think that represents everything and everyone. It's some guy who just reads the New York Times 24/7, only opinion pieces on the New York Times, and it's only about like relationships, and they think, oh, see what they're doing? They're trying to get rid of us. This is what everyone believes. If you voted for Hillary, you believe this.
Just look at that picture, man. That's a ton of bullshit. You don't fuck. Oh look, white is right, and it's and that's all safe.
Yeah, you catch
Hey, who fucking knows? Maybe that dude beats his wife behind closed doors. You know what I mean?
You catch a family from generations ago, well, not two generations ago.
Yeah.
And they're posing for a photo, and you think that's going to encapsulate their entire experience, and you're going to sell it to your fans as, see, it was better back then. You see, look at the smiles. Dad has a nice suit on, nice suit and tie. That's the way the world should be. Yeah, we're breezing through this motherfucker.
According to this ragtag bunch of simulated aberrants, who...
It's abhorrent. It's absolutely abhorrent. It's pink. That should be... Whatever his hair color is, that's what his beard should be. How dare he color his beard?
This is such light work. Keep going.
diligently spy upon you every second of the day, while selling your personal data to government agencies, criminal organizations, and advertising corporations.
Now that, it's like, yeah, I'm with you on that.
Yeah.
But the problem is, I think he thinks they do it for the sake of spreading the gay agenda or
That is bullshit.
eliminating the white race.
Hey, like this.
Or I'm Canadian. I want control of America.
What makes more sense, you know? Them doing this stuff, this kind of stuff, as far as selling your data for information, storing it.
Yeah.
And I can also include these illegal wars,
Yeah.
toppling governments. Is that a business decision, or is it some sort of silly ideology? Sounds like a business decision to me. And they'll mask it as, if they're ever out in the open and they lay claim to an ideology, that's just, it's just a mask.
These guys, listen, these giant corporations, they don't survive unless the masses keep them alive.
Yeah.
So what are they going to do? They're going to buy up the populist culture. Mm-hmm. They're going to buy it up, and they're going to sell it back to you.
Yeah.
They say, hey, we're like you.
Merchants are cool.
See those designer jeans? I got a pair too. I work at Google.
Merchants are cool.
Yeah.
They're going to find somebody who is somewhat of a, sticks out like a sore thumb. They'll fucking scatter.
So, Mr. VertigoPolitix, if your shit was the pop culture, Google would be doing that and selling it back to you. And you'd probably be defending Google. So I'm just going to leave that at that.
Oh, hey, hey. You can always just block us again and run.
Yeah. He told me he was open for debates, and I was talking to him.
And he ran.
And then I made a video, and because we don't make videos about someone and then not tell them about it. No. So I made a video and I told him about it, and then I go check again, blocked.
Yeah, it's called being a pussy.
Maybe he did it by accident. Who knows? But
how do you accidentally block someone?
I don't know. I don't know, but I'm just leaving.
Dude, I accidentally spilled hot boiling water on you as
leaving
you were
it.
sleeping.
I'm just leaving it out there.
And, you know, even though you were still alive, I accidentally buried you as well.
Accidentally, bleached the car for get rid of DNA, Any fingerprints, wiped them off, by accident. I slipped.
Judge, listen. I accidentally chopped up my wife. I accidentally hid her pieces within my gigantic mansion. What do I have to do?
I slipped and stabbed my wife 18 times. Then I slipped and cleaned up my footprint from after.
See, what happened was, Judge, when I chopped up my wife, what I did was I had her body, placed in some sort of plastic wrapping. And then as I was carrying that, what I did was I slipped on some cleaner I was using, and I poured bleach all over the floor. That's why you couldn't see the blood. And I also forgot about it. And as I was doing that, my whole body went out the window, and so did the plastic bag of body parts.
But Judge,
and conveniently, there was a garbage truck right there.
But Judge, I accidentally created a undetectable poison.
Yeah.
All right, enough riffing.
Undetectable poison.
By accident. I don't know how I did it. All right, enough riffing. Let's move on.
The CivNat garden variety anti-SJW Sargonite cliques will certainly mollycoddle such notions for being couched in this way. The centrist pressure relief valve agenteurs, namely Jordan Peterson, Dave Rubenstein, and the neocon late-night pundits, would view this as a simple tech neurosis. However, we, in the deep new right, cannot really tut-tut at the loss of meaning from language and culture.
So he's basically saying, like, Rubin, Peterson, Sargon, they don't go far enough. That's what it sounds like he's saying. It's like, these are the light words. We have the real, the deep thing. Us, we, and my team.
And if we say we open to argue, and someone brings up an opposing argument, and it's probably better than ours, block. It's simple, out of sight, out of mind.
Yeah. Let's continue.
Then call for the restoration of non-political workplaces, or sarcastically demand our audience to be shocked at the latest in liberal lunacy. Rather, we delve to the very bottom, to gain a profound understanding of what it is we're actually facing.
Yeah, the bottom is supposed to be immorality, that empty void that goodness is supposed to occupy. No, instead of that, it's, we go to gay pride parades, take photographs, and say, look, it's a kid in rainbow garb. It's the end of civilization.
Hey, does he want to do it? All right.
And it's always the same kid.
Yeah?
I think it's the same kid, and they try to make him to be like, it's happening everywhere. Fuck. Listen, I don't think this guy will sell you up the river. I don't think he's a charlatan. I just think he's dumb as shit.
It's telling when you fucking block people.
Has no understanding of the real problem and the real battle. No understanding.
I don't know if he'd sell anybody up the river, man. You know what I mean?
I don't think he would.
Or throw anybody under the bus.
Because he'd be breaking his own code.
People do scary shit to keep their castle, standing, so.
All right, let's continue.
What it intends to do, and why this is so. The Spandrel, one of the more incisive contemporary neo-reactionaries, is of the opinion that this is only a power play, that the Cyberites are lording their newfound authority over a hapless population, on the pain of a loss of livelihood.
Are those like horror film characters, right?
Dude, that's Hellraiser.
Yeah. All right.
Speaking out against their party politics gets you fired, and in certain EU countries, even jailed. This subjection also accomplishes the goal of humiliating us before our conscience, by forcing our group to utter untruths, thus enslaving our sense of probity, while constructing a society of emasculated liars.
Yeah, our conscience.
Yeah,
our.
Us, our.
There's no our. That's called being a collectivist. Literally engaging in collectivism.
Yeah.
Then there is no your. Wait, listen. There's like one group. There's no their conscience. It's ours. No, you have yours, his, hers, etc.
Yeah.
It's the individual. Like, I don't understand how people can just fucking tuck their dicks between their legs and just start walking. Ours. It's ours. We. Or whatever have you.
It's this weird nostalgic porn for an era that these guys never lived.
No, they never lived through it.
We see this a bunch of times.
Like,
guys
did you watch like a Disney movie and you thought, wow, this was the time to be. Wow.
Nah, they watched a darker thing, something darker. So it's like, oh, this must not be a lie. It must be real because it's dark. See? It's like Zack Snyder. It's like Zack Snyder's fantasy of Batman. It's like, oh, let's get darker, be more real and gritty.
That dude doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about, man. He's a Hollywood director.
He's a how.
He's a how.
All right, let's continue.
The truth, however, is much more sinister than that. The primary target of this cultural propaganda is the humble white normie, the salt of the earth John Q. citizen, who diligently works at his average everyday job to keep the world turning. By gaslighting this unknowing victim, our digital and institutional overlords are systematically making use of deception in order to make him question his memory, perception, and gradually his own sanity. And it's been a time-worn tactic of all sociopaths and narcissists to gain complete psychological dominion over their unfortunate prey. Gaslighting in the postmodern milieu, therefore, has taken on a new language of power. By assuming the levers of the cultural order, our neoliberal gatekeepers have effectively created an ersatz environment where they're all alone with us in a locked room.
What's funny is, okay, I understand talking about neoliberalism, but it's like they forget about neoconservatism. They forget about the Bush era. That seems to happen with a lot of these guys.
Who?
The Bush era.
Garden? Huh?
Who? Like they'll always say the leftists and the leftists do this and the leftist globalism and leftist left blah blah blah. And it's like, do you guys remember George W. Bush and Dick Cheney and Wolfowitz and all the neocons and all that shit? The 9/11, the Iraq War, Afghanistan. It's like, no, for these guys, history started in 2008 when Barack Obama took office.
Yeah. Unfortunately.
And now, in this time period when the leftists are the bad guys, it's like, where were you guys before? Where were you?
They've become the relentless abuser, standing in the corner, who controls the information flow, while we sit opposite them, the molested victim. But the white normie operates without this awareness. In fact, he's not even capable of visualizing such a paradigm, for he's bombarded relentlessly with calls for his capitulation at the altar of progressive, liberal, anti-white indoctrination.
I don't think that's the masses at all. I mean, I think they're creating a boogeyman like the SJWs create Trump as the boogeyman.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I think they're doing. And it's sad. Well, it's probably profitable, but it's also sad.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, anything that draws a distinction between friend and foe, helpful and unhelpful, is impermissible, which retards the development of his survival cognition. The common gaslighting frames of reference that are so often used, such as race, religion, language, lifestyle, which have all become politicized concepts, can still be used to differentiate between enemies and allies, however, and this helps create a psychic map of the postmodern world in which one can be oriented. Moreover, it is still the surest...
Are you advocating for that?
See, it's one thing just to dance around like what you're trying to say, and it's another just to say it.
Is he saying race, religion, and whatever else? Like, that'll be a solid thing to determine what team you're on or whatever. Yeah. It's like, whoa.
Hey, but you know, if you can't beat anybody in an argument, just block them.
Yeah, just run.
Yeah.
Path towards truth-seeking and self-actualization, the prime movers of the Faustian spirit. But neoliberal gaslighting simply intends to eradicate this process within the white normie population altogether, compounded further by the fact that its adherents control all of the psychiatric institutions, and may have even expanded the study and proliferation of psychology as a means of industrializing the gaslighting process itself against Western populations. And so, the notion of a nuclear family, now anathema to our hostile liberal masters, is slowly being rubbed out from the living...
liberal masters.
Look at the doggy.
They forgot. They forgot about the Bush era, didn't they?
Yeah.
Liberal masters. My God, you're so blinded by playing for a team. This is what team playing does.
Yeah.
You become blinded to all this other shit that's going on.
Hey, I mean, hey, that family, who fucking knows?
Guys like this, guys like Vincent James, guys like Stefan Molyneux, they want their team to win more than they want an actual solution.
Yeah.
So they'll even ignore a solution, a real solution. They'll ignore it in order to make sure their team wins.
Yeah, as long
that's priority number one.
Yeah. Right? Vincent James says stuff like this, right? Like, border control is our number 1 priority, as opposed to, well, let's look at what's going on with the border. Let's look at the problems of it. What's the root cause of that?
Of immigration itself.
Yeah. Or people trying to illegally immigrate here. Oh, maybe it's economic warfare or U.S. government intervention.
No. That's not the case. They just want freedom. They want our freedom. They want to cross the border and vote.
And food stamps.
And then hopefully in 4 years their guy will get in, and then.
Oh, that's what they want.
Yeah.
They want to take over.
They want to get their guys elected so that the government will hand out welfare checks. That's why. Nothing going on in their countries. They had nice, peaceful homes. They had, plenty of finances. They were fine. They just said, "Fuck it, let's go to America and take this shit over."
Right.
Because they're invaders.
Family, now anathema to our hostile liberal masters, is slowly being rubbed out from the living consciousness of white normies everywhere. It's a top-down inversion of ideals.
If you're not as extreme as I am, you're a normie.
Yeah, I know.
I'm going to put you, as much as I'm in a group, I'm going to put you in a group too. Thus, I'm going to view you as one belief for all. I'm going to view you that way. I'm going to look at you as an ideology of a group instead of as an individual. It's not what do you think. It's what class do you fit into. That must be your ideology. I'll respond appropriately. Because they're just reflecting their shit on the other people. Fuck.
It comes from. It's literally coming from not understanding what the individual actually consists of.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which is why people resort to saying white.
I've talked with this guy. He talks. We had a little conversation about Jungian psychology.
Okay.
He's talking about him and his wife.
Yeah.
His wife favors like Freud,
okay.
and he favors Jungian, which is something I would favor too.
Yeah.
And I'm like, how do you hear this? And I said, well, what about white consciousness? And he's sort of like evading that question. Sort of like, well, he'd bring up like a sort of a different type of point. I have him saved somewhere, I think. I'll look him up, but. Yeah, he has an understanding of Jungian psychology, yet puts no thought into the individual, really. It's all group mentality. So I was like, how'd you come up with white consciousness then? If you understand these concepts.
No such thing.
He was even throwing like psychological terms at me to see it, like to test me, sort of. I'm like, yeah I know that, but whatever. Let's continue. And I'm a novice, by the way. I'm not some expert. In the academic sense. Let's continue.
Subvert the general white population by a methodical process of gaslighting. When the horrifying numbers of white abortions are also considered, it has the ultimate purpose of decimating white reproductive rates completely. In the meantime, millions of non-white third worlders flow across the West's borders every year, and they most certainly will not be given such treatment. They'll be given every consideration, cultural and institutional.
Really?
Yeah, fuck that chick, man. The Red Sox? Fuck you, man.
I'm not really.
I don't care what nationality or ethnicity or religion she studies. She's wearing a fucking Red Sox shirt.
She's from Massachusetts now.
Huh?
Isn't like she lives in, that's where she went to school and shit?
Fuck the Red Sox and Massachusetts.
Yeah, I'm.
No, that's not Ilhan no more.
That's my team to hate.
That's not Ilhan.
The Red Sox. That's not her?
No.
Oh, for a second I thought it was.
Nah. Another fucking Red Sox fan. We need to wipe the earth of Red Sox fans.
No, you can't.
We can't do that?
No. I need a team to hate.
Yeah, fuck your team, too.
And they're perfect.
Fuck the Yankees, too.
2020s.
Let's continue.
Support and billions of white normie tax dollars to raise large, healthy families. And all the while, John Q. Citizen blindly sits by his television screen, anxiously contemplating his chest pain, which is worsening by the day, wondering.
Putting ideas out there on him just to say, you're really suffering. You don't know it, but you're really suffering. Come join my team. Come join me.
The suffering will end if you join my team, and you'll become a part of my white consciousness.
Our white collective unconscious.
You'll become a part of our white collective consciousness.
What the world is coming to.
I guess that's it.
That was whack. All right.
Yeah.
That's
All right. Time to read comments, guys.
All right.
While I set up the next one.
Joey. I watched Corbett ripping. How you say it? Sibel or Cybel?
Sibel Edmonds.
Sibel Edmonds. Holy shit! They used to be best friends forever. What happened?
He fucking ethered them. He ethered Sibel. He ethered all of, like, Newsbud and shit.
Really?
When they're when specifically about, like, those, like, Middle East incidents and Ava Bartlett things and shit like that.
So what? No, like why? Why did it happen? Something about like a Twitter beef or something like that?
I was actually somewhat involved in that.
Really?
Yeah, because I started asking questions. I started asking questions to Sibel Edmonds.
Yeah.
She was like, don't trust Ava Bartlett. Blah, 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 blah. Ava's like, listen, Yellow. Blah, 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 blah. I was like, holy shit. What the fuck am I doing here? I said, okay, I'll give both your videos a chance. Because I guess they made video responses to each other.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh, I'll give both of you guys a chance.
It was funny. It's like, hey, Jordan, you tell Phil, fuck you. Hey, Jordan, you tell Bill to go suck my dick.
They were talking to each other through me.
Yeah.
I have to go back and look at the specifics of why it all started.
Okay.
Something to do with the Middle East.
All right.
I think Syria in particular.
Matt Hunter, gay and bisexual men are the population most affected by HIV in the United States. Is that because maybe there's not that much? I don't know.
Is that a point to make?
I guess. And he sent us a link. CDC.gov, HIV group, MSM.
Well, I'm guessing they have more sexual partners because they're not worried about pregnancy. Also, the time period to where it all started. Now it's like this virus started here. And now if you move on from that life and you start having normal relationships, now it's like, oh, well, this guy has fucking AIDS. May not even know it.
Hey, Freddie Mercury.
Freddie Mercury. Yeah. So I'd say hedonism. That's when you combat hedonism, not homosexuality. I always look at the core thing to fight, not the whatever group of practitioners.
I guess he tried to make a point there, but it didn't work. Joe, this guy probably looks like George Costanza. He sounds like a 4chan member. Fuck.
He sounds super Canadian, by the way. Oh, fuck. I fucked that up.
Matt Hunter, always blame Whitey. No, I blame corrupt people, man.
Who are you talking about? What does he mean by that?
Matt Hunter?
Yeah.
He said I saw that pop up when I was talking. I don't know if he's talking to me or not. He said always blame Whitey. I blame corrupt people. And we had this discussion before, so you can keep going back to this. But
I blame that white son of a bitch, Condoleezza Rice.
Yeah, I mean, Matt Hunter,
fucking
Browns are coming here because, quote, evil Whitey invaded and exploited their lands. Actually, it's corrupt people, regardless of whatever ethnicity that they are,
There's
engaging
actually
in economic warfare as well as,
You notice how we say U.S. government and not white people. Do you see that difference?
Hey, I mean,
if you criticize Israel, you're talking about Jews, aren't you? It's the same argument you're making, by the way.
Is that true, Matt? Is that true? Matt Hunter, wow.
Also, real quick.
Hold on.
Real quick. There's this thing called the Schools of America where they train like future military leaders in South America. School of the Americas. So, those guys are Latino. Those fucking war criminals, they're not white. Just saying.
Matt Hunter, wow, anti-white but pro-fag. Wow, this guy.
What did you say?
Matt Hunter said, wow, anti-white but pro-fag. That's what he said. Well, he said it with a Q, because he probably knows he might get in trouble for that, but... Well, or his shit will get blocked. I won't do it, but... I'm pro-good.
That's all the comments.
Yeah, he'll probably answer back or something like that.
How's it anti?
How very shallow of you.
You sound like Stefan Molyneux. It's like, listen, Stefan, you're wrong about this part. This part. What are you insulting me? Are you insulting me?
So he's basically doing the Israeli.
Tell me I believe in magic.
The Israeli government argument.
Yeah, no.
The Israeli government has what, engaged in what apartheid.
Yeah.
Are you an anti-Semite? What's wrong with you? How dare you? With the evil Jews. That's what you said. No, I said the Israeli government engaged in apartheid.
Yeah.
How am I anti-white?
If you don't agree with them, it's anti.
Or how are we anti-white? How? I'm a self-hating white man. Is that it? I don't even call myself white. It's just this stupid.
All right, our next timestamp.
Right. I didn't even give you the timestamps from yesterday.
I said fuck it. Just let it go.
See, it appears
It was a shit show anyways.
It appears your genetics are showing again.
See, that's anti-white. You can't do that.
Alright. What's the timestamp?
Let's go with 32.
32?
32 minutes. Alright, guys. Our next topic is about creepy Uncle Joe.
Can you show that Twitter shit?
Huh?
Show that Twitter picture?
Nah.
Why not?
Because I have to fucking pull that shit up. I don't feel like doing that right now.
Man, you're
So this is gonna be more.
Funny.
This is gonna be more of a. We got not many people watching. 3, right? This was I was hoping for this to be more of like an open discussion on this particular topic.
It's many people to me.
It's not really us doing like a video live. It's supposed to be more of you guys interacting with us because nah. But we'll do what we do.
What?
We'll do what we do. Okay, so
yes. So get the world's smallest CPAP without a trip to the doctor.
So
I'm just kidding.
Earlier, was it last week?
Yeah.
Some chick came out, accused Joe Biden of awkwardly kissing her or something like that, and smelling her hair. Now a second woman has come out. Second woman accuses Joe Biden of inappropriate behavior. I thought he was going to kiss me. Now, I'm using this story not because I don't care to talk about, tabloid material or, gossip and shit. It's basically our excuse to talk about Joe Biden as a potential candidate. Because we did a 2-minute video where we're just like, no. And then ended the video.
Oh, you asked me. You asked me like, James, Joe Biden. I'm like, nah.
So it's going to just be more of that, basically. And we're just using this story to set that up.
Everyone forgets. Hey, guys, he was, those Bush years, everyone, forgets.
Yeah.
He was there.
I heard people talk about a crime bill he came up with.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he really is a creeper. And I don't even mean the sexual assault allegations. But let's hear the story. Let's hear the video.
Mm-hmm.
Joe Biden has been at the center of political discussions for months while he decides whether or not to run for president. But he's also made headlines for an apparent inappropriate interaction with Lucy Flores, the former Democratic candidate for lieutenant governor in Nevada. And that encounter has resurfaced this photo of Biden with Stephanie Carter, the wife of former Defense Secretary Ash Carter. In a new post on Medium, Carter says the photo is misleading, saying it was, quote, extracted from what was a longer moment between close friends.
Let me translate. Joe Biden pays very well.
What was that?
Huh?
Those fucking jokes from Twitter. People using the Biden. What was one of them?
Fuck. I'll look it up right now. We'll let the video play.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can go to my Twitter thing.
Happened in 2015 at her husband's swearing-in ceremony where it looks like Biden put his hands on her shoulders and nuzzled his nose against her hair. Carter titled the post, "The Me Too Story That Wasn't Me." She says she wants to set the record straight, saying Biden could tell she was nervous and he, quote, kept putting his hands on my shoulders as a means of offering his support. Now, responding to the Flores allegation, Biden said he doesn't remember kissing her, writing in a statement, quote, "In my many years on the campaign trail and in public life, I have offered countless handshakes, hugs, expressions of affection, support, and comfort," adding, "and not once, never did I believe I acted inappropriately. If it is suggested I did so, I will listen respectfully, but it was never my intention."
There's something about Mary's hair.
Don't play that shit. Nah.
What's eating Gilbert Crope?
Or like the Twitter meme things. Fuck, where is it?
Oh, the Simpsons one?
Nah, there's a. It's like using Joe Biden's name in a movie title to explain how creepy he is, and one was just fucking hilarious. I forgot what it was.
But it's funny, right? People like this is the thing that's probably going to tear him down, not the fact that he was most likely involved in these illegal wars, campaigning for them as well. You know what I mean? In his years with Obama.
Yeah.
So.
Listen, my opinion of the Joe Biden candidacy or potential candidacy, I thought he never had a chance.
Oh, me either.
This is just icing on top of the cake.
Yeah.
It's like you never had a chance, and this is just reaffirming you didn't have a chance. I think it's absolutely Bernie. Bernie's going to wipe out the competition. I think Tulsi will get a rise on having that national stage, because I don't think a lot of people really tuned into her CNN town hall. The people that probably tuned in were already Tulsi supporters, and people who are really into politics. Other than that, the normal voter will actually get to see her on a stage, answer questions about foreign policy, which is her that's her rock. That's the thing that's gonna oh, who is this?
I remember a compilation video of Biden groping,
Yeah.
And as soon as I saw that, right, I'm like, oh fuck. Not a lot of people were talking about it though, but it was there. And then as soon as I heard, not a lot, not this. And then when I heard he was running for president, I'm like, wait till that shit. Wait till that.
I didn't think it would come out.
I thought honestly, I
thought it'd be like hush hush.
Nah, I straight up thought, I'm like, no one's safe now.
Yeah. People have been going through YouTube videos about whatever political shit, knew that the Joe Biden creepy moments compilation was already in existence.
Yeah.
We've all seen it. We all laughed at it.
Yeah.
That's why I'm like, this guy's not going to run. Like, why would he do this? And now I'm sure he's not running.
Yeah. Matt Hunter, Biden Koonman 2020? Koonman. I don't know if that's Koonman?
That's not a real person.
I guess not. Okay. Funny. But you never answered my question. How are we, or how am I, anti-white?
Well, you're not on his team.
Oh. I don't bat his team.
Yeah. Would it be anti-white to not care about what you look like, or your ethnicity, or even your culture? It's all about morality. I don't know. Oh, there it is. When a man rubs a woman.
When a man rubs a woman.
make Biden a movie.
I want to see that Simpsons thing where they fucking like push him.
That's one of our followers sent me that.
Oh, let me see it. Let me see it. The Bidening has begun. I wish they could see that shit. That's funny.
Yeah.
All right.
What is that, like the witch hunt episode
Yeah,
on The
yeah.
Simpsons?
That's
House of Horror.
Yeah, Treehouse of Horror. Yeah. All right.
So
Yeah, I mean, right? What did he specifically do during those years when Bush was there? Or right, he was involved like specifically with what? Biden.
people know him for the crime bill, some crime bill. I don't know that much about it.
The crime bill? He has something to do with
I think he voted
new,
for
something about for the new century.
Project for a New American Century.
Yeah, did he have something to do with that? Biden? Didn't he?
I think I've heard that.
Me too.
The point is, see, we're political novices, and yet we know Biden is a shit candidate. He would lose to Trump pretty easily. I think if he ran and didn't have this, story come out, he would lose to Bernie Sanders easily. But when you start polluting the fucking well with all these candidates, and Biden looks better because he gets to stand next to Kamala Harris and Cory Booker, who are like towing the line. Like, we're not really progressives. Like, we're masquerading as progressives, so we can do things that'll hold Joe Biden up. And Biden has this name of being the vice president for the first black president, and it's like, for the dumb conditioned people, that could get them along, and thus take away the popularity and recognition of a Tulsi Gabbard. Maybe even like an Andrew Yang as well.
Oh, Ralph Northam. That's who he's talking about.
No idea who that is. It's a real guy.
It's a real dude.
Awesome. Well,
Hold on, Matt Hunter.
should have got that name changed. I don't know.
Democrat Governor of Virginia, Ralph Northam. Quote, "I don't know why my friends called me Coonman." Yeah, that's the blackface, dude.
Oh, okay. The guy who wanted to abort babies after they're out of the mom's womb and shit. It's like, yeah, you're going down. Yet somehow it was the blackface thing that took him down.
Yeah, weird, right? That's funny.
Welcome to Earth 2019.
I'm still waiting.
Where that happens.
I'm still waiting, Matt Hunter. How am I anti-white?
All right, this was just just to talk shit about Joe Biden. We're hoping for more people to jump in on this, but it's whatever. Let's go.
Might as well.
Yeah, let's go with 4250.
4250.
All right. Our next story is going to be on AOC and her appearance on MSNBC with whatever his name is, Chris Matthews or something like that. Some like nerdy millionaire guy. And the point of the talk was the Green New Deal, right? Because everyone's like, how are you going to do? Republicans made a big deal about it. Democrats, I didn't hear as much noise about it because they might have realized it's not like here's a real solid concrete plan of what to do and how to do it. It was more of just getting the word out there. Like I said before, I thought she did it as a branding technique, or a way to get the name out there and get these ideas out there, as in we should be moving in this direction. I believe she says that in this interview. I watched like half of it. Well, I watched most of it.
All right. Real quick. Matt Hunter took him down. How was he taken down? Ralph.
Took him down. How is he taken down? Well, it's public. If you're a politician, your public image is high priority. Why do you think these guys talk this way? Why don't they just talk shit like a normal person? Why do they say things
They're trying to be
in a certain way?
Yeah.
Why do they do that?
They're basically tiptoeing.
They're avoiding looking bad.
Yeah.
Because, to be honest, if I had to guess, at least 40%. 40 to 50% of people vote on popularity alone.
Yeah.
The rest
I
are
can see
people who
that.
dig into, political books, political videos, political articles, and they try to make an actual decision when they vote.
Yeah.
Some people just make a popular decision, or whoever, who's the popular guy.
Yeah, when
like him.
popular opinion thinks or finds out something that you kind of wish would stay in the closet, then it's not going to look so good, and your public image is fucked, and anybody else that's around you, is going to be fucked, so they're going to stay away from you. You're fucking poison.
Half their job is saving face for the fake politicians.
Yeah. Think of it like walking on eggshells with a mask.
And there's a couple real ones who just naturally play the part. This is funny. Let me read this.
Hold on. Joe says...
I'm about to read that. That's what I'm going to read.
I got to change my name to Steve.
Fucker.
Thanks, Uncle Joe. I got to tell him about that now.
You ruined my setup.
Matt Hunter, no answer then. We just answered you. You haven't answered me yet. How am I anti-white? Or how are we anti-white? How are we anti-white?
All right, either way, let's get to it. Let's watch this clip from AOC's sit down.
Knew that climate change was real and human caused in 1989, the year I was born. So the initial response was, let the market handle it. They will do it. 40 years and free market solutions have not changed our
She's one of them.
So this does not mean that we change our entire structure of government. But what it means is that we need to do something. Right. Something. Yeah. And that is what this solution is about.
Okay.
Something. Raise your voice.
This is basically an excuse to talk about Cortez, because we don't really do that often.
Oh, her?
Yeah. Toasted's like, what about AOC? What about AOC? And he wants us to crap on her.
I mean, I don't trust her.
Here's how I view AOC. I view her as there's a couple ways you can look at it, but I'll go with the nice one first.
I was going to say, be mean.
The nice one first.
All right.
Which is a childlike individual with a naive sense of, I'd say, politics and world events and shit like that. It's where it's like, we just need to do something. It's like, okay. But what you want to do, like, in my mind, taking like climate change and making that your top thing. Meanwhile, there's people with like machine guns shooting each other.
Yeah.
It's like, man, this is really like, I understand why you think that might be the most important thing. Like, if the world ends, then there's nothing. Like,
well, here's the shit, right?
In my mind, if you let immorality to continue,
right,
like, there's no point of having an Earth here.
I got you.
Good.
But it's this shit too as well. Remember earlier on when we were first exposed to her, or she just appeared out of nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
And then she got criticized for her comments about Israel or Israel's government.
She was criticized from the left.
Yeah, and then when she had an interview and it was brought up, she basically backpedaled.
Because she called it an occupation?
Mm-hmm. Something like that.
Either that or apartheid.
Basically,
or something. Yeah.
If you see that something's wrong, or you say, oh yeah, it's horrible over there, so
yeah,
you obviously looked into it, or you heard something about it. So fucking say it.
Yeah.
Say it. No, say it. God damn it.
It seems like instead of, because we listened to her, we saw a clip of her the night of her beating Joe Crowley in New York.
Yeah.
We saw a clip of that, and she used the word morality, I think.
Yeah.
I think she even used the word champion as well, which is important to us. Might not mean much to everyone else, but to us that means something. So we thought, okay, the priority is morality, straight up.
Yeah.
If you make that your message and you run with that, then it covers climate change, it covers poverty, it covers war. So then any avenue you walk into, whatever the new topic is, and someone asks you about it, you can take a moral stance rather than a. This seems, I don't know, it seems too political. The whole
I don't like it when I hear
number one priority is climate. Like no, it should be morality.
Yeah.
Thus, you can tackle things like climate.
Well, it covers everything.
Like
morality?
These companies are doing this on purpose.
Right.
They're polluting the air on purpose for cheap, so they can be cheaper.
Does morality cover poverty?
Yes.
War?
Yeah.
Let's see. Corruption?
Obviously.
Ha 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 ha. Look at that. Real lazy.
And yeah, and with AOC, it's like I see that she's very popular, very very popular. Pulls in a lot of coverage. I don't want her to be just like the last step, almost like okay, she's the one, we found her.
Fuck no.
Let her go. Like she should be like, okay, we're gonna start her at the bottom. We need to find someone else that'll jump over her, and someone to jump over them, and someone to jump over them, and someone like, don't step back and settle.
Here comes Joe.
I don't know who it was. I don't know who it was.
Fight. What?
I don't know who it was, but they brought up, They brought up Democrats like just leaving certain seats, like not fighting for certain seats. Just let the incumbents win in Republican like districts.
As you remember that, it goes back to what I said. Like I don't know how long ago it was, but it was when the whole Ilhan Omar controversy thing.
Yeah.
I said she's not the one, and someone got angry at me for that. And I said, well,
that was Langston.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if he was angry.
Well,
someone argued against what I said, basically.
Yeah, he was completely fine with that.
Oh, now.
Yeah.
At that point.
No. Period. Like, push back if you feel he's wrong about it.
No, that's fine.
Yeah.
I would appreciate that rather than just, yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Where do I donate?
Yeah, fuck all that. So, specifically, right, what I mean by that is this. You would want these people in these positions to already be the moral champions that they're capable of being,
And that's the thing.
Not, I got here, I'm going to learn as I go. It's like, no time for that. As far as if you're right here, right now. You should already have done this. You're here now.
Yeah.
Right? But like, if you're the fucking leader of a free world or whatever the fuck they want to call it, it's like you don't learn to be like, like morally just as you take on this responsibility.
Yeah. And just to clear up your point, you mean already morally set before you walk in.
Well, yeah, that's what I mean by moral champion.
The policies and things like that, those things you can learn about as you go.
Well, sure.
Okay. What's really in this bill?
Well, that's why
they're doing this.
You can always have someone who advises you.
Yeah. And
like, hey, man, tell me what this means.
And interesting enough,
tell me what this term or this bill means, whatever have you. Yeah.
Interesting enough, and in this clip, actually, the whole show of AOC's little town hall type thing, she had other people on explaining her shit, which was like, I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
Yeah.
It could be a good thing, as in I want people who are more proficient at speaking about this. I want them to sit down and talk too, to talk with me. Or if you look at it in a negative way, it's like, are you just like playing a role here, and you're having these guys fill in with the agenda or whatever?
Are you here to elevate me?
Yeah. Are you just the face just sitting there where you might not even like? Are you really into this stuff? And they're the ones that are just gonna implement something. Like, people didn't vote for these guys to decide of you. They voted for you.
Yeah, I know.
But I don't know. I look at it in an innocent way. It's every second at any point in history, it's already too late in the game for me. I'm like, we should be already knocking this shit down. Any bad ideas should be getting knocked down already. Yeah. Should have happened millennia ago.
Bad ideas?
Let them figure it out. We should have been knocking that down millennium ago.
Getting old, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, let them do it.
Not waiting for the kids to figure it out.
All right. All right. Matt Hunter, AOC is anti-white. How? Joe said it's true, LOL. Isn't Bernie white? Matt Hunter. Yes, Bernie is white.
And Jewish, if that means
I don't,
anything.
it doesn't mean shit to me.
Or do you just mean the color of their skin? That's the only thing that's important.
To me, they're people, so.
Yeah.
Joe, by anti-white, what does that mean? Kind of strange term. Haven't seen anti-white ever used in a conversation. I've seen team playing on the spectrum. You know what I mean? So it's like everybody was like targeted. So I've seen anti this, anti that. You know, so.
And they seem to hold each other up in order to have a boogeyman or to have a response or something to say.
Yeah.
Which might be why
Matt
we
Hunter.
get called like, you guys are leftists, right? It's like, no.
No, I'm not. No.
I don't even know.
Matt Hunter, by anti-white, what does that mean? Hey, Matt, you still haven't answered my question. How are we anti-white? If that's what you meant. Us. Or whatever. You know. But whatever. Alright.
Too bad Toasted isn't here.
Toasted?
This would be his chance to shit on AOC. Alright, so just in conclusion, I think she's just immature. I don't think she's unintelligent, like a lot of people say. A lot of people think she's just stupid. I don't think she's stupid. I think she's just like childlike naivety.
I could see that.
But
I'm asking on.
But it's too late in the game to have, no offense, toddlers running the show. I mean, we should be upgrading straight up. She should be at the bottom tier, like learning from these other great moral minds above her.
It's a little worrying, you know?
Yeah.
Matt Hunter, how are you Well, yeah. If that's what you meant, are you calling me anyway, or are you calling us anti-white? And I'm asking how. I also asked you, how is AOC anti-white?
I am definitely anti-white. Fuck Condoleezza Rice.
Wait a minute. Well, didn't you guys draft Eminem back in 2004?
No. See, there's a documentary called The Racial Draft. It's on this TV show called The Chappelle Show.
So you said you didn't draft him.
And the white representative's like, well, hold on a goddamn minute, Ron.
Hold on a minute.
Me, the black delegation, we draft Eminem. Now hold on a goddamn minute, Ron.
Hold on a goddamn minute, Ron.
You have yourself a deal. I can't do that one.
What?
Where they shake hands at the end. They give someone away.
I remember that. Like, how did that happen?
Who did they give away?
They gave away,
Was it Condoleezza Rice?
It was either that or Powell.
Nah. No, the whites tried to draft Colin Powell.
Okay.
And the announcer's like, he's not even an eighth white.
Yeah.
And it says, Colin Powell, now officially white. I forgot who they traded.
Don't remember.
Was it Mariah Carey? No.
No.
Who was it? It was OJ.
OJ.
Like, and we'll give you OJ Simpson. You have yourself a goddamn deal.
You have yourself a goddamn deal.
The mannerisms, he does it perfectly. He's like studying these motherfuckers.
I know. It's funny.
All right, time to get timestamp.
All right.
Sorry, Chappelle show jokes.
Bill Burr's anti-white, I guess.
All right. Let's go.
I asked you a question. You can answer it, or you don't have to. Up to you. Unreal.
Let's go at 58-35.
58-35. Dodge the question like you usually do, buddy.
All right, for our last topic, right? Yeah, our last topic. Thank you, Matt Hunter, for bringing this to our attention. Jared Taylor has apparently been banned from Europe, according to him. Let's look at a little bit of this article from thinkprogress.org. Europe bans one of America's most prominent white supremacists. Jared Taylor claims he can no longer travel through the continent.
Is he a white supremacist, though? Wouldn't he call himself a nationalist?
Yeah, I think
That's what he calls himself, right?
Yeah, I think supremacist is like a term he considers nasty. Like it's a bad term to say about him.
I mean, based off what he says, right? It's kind of like, hey, dude, you know, I get you don't want to be called this, but I can see why people are gonna call you that.
Well, if you look at it, if he uses the race and IQ thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
So now, there's people. Well, all right. I think he says he's not a supremacist because he places Asians above them in the IQ category.
Yeah.
So he's like, how can I be supremacist if these guys are ahead of me in IQ?
Mm-hmm.
I think that's his argument. But he doesn't deny putting people below him. As in, you have a lower IQ, thus we're better because we're smarter. Or you're more likely to commit crime.
So isn't that like basically claiming superiority?
I think it is, but he places Asians above
Yeah.
white people on the IQ standard thing. So I don't fucking know.
It's odd.
I think he's just a white collectivist.
Ah,
I
that's
think
what I'd
I
say.
think that would be the best word.
All right, you know, why the fuck did this dude get banned?
All right, let's read this.
Until 2021.
Can you guys see that?
What did he do?
Let me expand this so you guys can
What did
see
he
it.
do, man?
Going to expand. There it is. Maybe block us out for a second.
Huh?
Block us out for a second.
Oh, no, no, no.
Okay. Jared Taylor, one of the most prominent white supremacists in the U.S., claimed on his website on Friday that he'd been banned from Europe until 2021. That's weird. They gave him like a date and shit.
It's like you're in the what? You're in the penalty box.
He's the Olympics or something.
Yeah.
The ban came as Taylor attempted to transfer in Switzerland for a flight to Finland. According to Taylor, Swiss police informed him that Polish authorities had banned Taylor from traveling through the Schengen zone, a 26-country area of Europe, allowing visa-free travel. Let's see.
You want me to read that?
No, because you're going to copy his voice.
No, I'm not.
I'm reading fine. I can read.
Can you?
I can read.
These studies say you'll have a difficult time doing so.
Why don't you let me, Mike? I can read. All right. I'll spend the night at the airport, and tomorrow I will be deported, Taylor wrote. I am free to walk around the terminal. I can make phone calls and use the internet, and I have a meal voucher that is supposed to last me for the next 12 hours. The officer kept my passport, though, and won't give it back to me until I board the flight home.
Dude, this shit makes me pissed, man. You know?
Yeah.
Why the fuck are you banning people? It's fucking ridiculous.
This is creepy, I would say.
Yeah.
It's, first of all, if you want to defeat
Well, hold on. Well, one, it's wrong. You know?
Yeah. Thus creepy.
Yeah.
If you want to defeat an ideology, you bring up an opposing ideology or opposing ideas.
Yeah.
You debate it out. That's how it's supposed to be done. And Jared's doing the right thing by just talking to people, going to conferences, whatever he goes to, doing speeches.
Mm-hmm.
That's the right way to go about it. I disagree with damn near everything, but that's how you're supposed to go about it. He's not, forming militias and saying, let's shoot them out of office and take their place, right? I even saw a video where he kicked the guy out of his conference because he went outside and started, pushing back against whoever, Antifa or something. Mm-hmm. He's like, you do that, you're gone. I'm like, I respect that. Once again, I think his ideas are dumb as fuck. Mm-hmm. But he's trying to do it in a ideological way.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, this is bullshit. This is not the way things should be done. You ban a non-violent person from a fucking continent, basically. It's like, what? It's like, what? Imagine if the world was different. Like, It's a racist guys were ruling the world in the 60s, straight up ruling everything.
Racist?
Racist guys.
Oh.
I don't like using the term, but racist guys ruling the world in like the 60s and shit.
Mm-hmm.
And like MLK is banned from Europe. Like, we don't want him speaking here. It's ban him. That, first of all, in the underground, that makes them look better because like, they're scared of these ideas.
There's a reason why he was banned.
Must be something right about it.
Yeah.
And second of all, it's immoral, I think.
Yeah.
Considering the context, it sounds immoral to me. Have you anything to say? What have you, my friend?
It's bullshit.
Yeah, it's absolute bullshit.
All right. Well, let's keep going. Oh, they didn't say how.
More reading? No, he's banned because of who he is and the shit he talks about.
No, I meant specifically, is it because of prior
Let's look through
events? Quite possibly.
it. You read comments while I look through it.
All right. Beto Soboy SJW says, hey, ho, 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 Donald Trump has got to go. Hey, ho, 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 Donald Trump has got to go. But why Beta Soy Boy SJW? Why? That's why I asked.
The name alone.
I know, it's funny. Matt Hunter, they can't defeat Jared assertions, nor can you. Hey,
Yeah,
Matt, hold on.
Yeah, we can.
Matt, how come you're ignoring my question of, you called us or me anti-white? You haven't answered me yet. Also, I'm pretty sure we can. It's pretty easy. Pretty easy.
Yeah. I'll take him to Deepwater where I doubt he's looked before. Otherwise, you can't come up with this ideology.
Whoa.
You can't come up with this ideology unless you're a charlatan.
Don't say those things.
So we'll go in some areas where, let's see if he can swim there.
You're going to take him and... He is a beta, which is amazing.
Not J-Tay. Jesse Peterson.
Look. That's so dumb. Showing that.
Okay, right here. Hopefully you guys can see that.
Matt Hunter just sent us a link.
Real quick, it's unclear why Polish authorities issued a blanket ban against Taylor. Taylor attributed the ban to a 2018 trip to the country where he gave multiple television interviews. During that trip, Taylor said that Polish police said he was spreading a totalitarian ideology. And I see how dumb people do that. But the way to defeat the ideology is with what? Better ideas.
Yeah.
Yay. That's basically the explanation.
Is the goal not to aim towards the best possible scenario?
Yeah.
And with that, right, one must present an idea, and if that holds up, it'll stand. And if it doesn't, it'll be replaced with a new set of ideas.
Yeah, basically.
Until everybody understands, right, the ideas that should be held, are the ones that are immovable, unbreakable. I don't see what's so difficult about that.
Yeah. I think humanity's only gotten as far as innate sensibilities, which is things like murder or theft or something, towards like, that's wrong. They don't even have to think about it. They just know it's wrong. So humanity's gotten as far as innate sensibilities. We've tried to go further. There's individuals who have gone further, but I don't think it's spread out to the whole of society. I think the spreading of better ideas is basically an attribution of conditioning. They're just following rules because they'll get in trouble for it or something like that. But the innate sensibility ones, I think, what? Nipsey? Yeah, I heard about that. That's the link?
No. They just Subway SGW said R.I.P.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Salute,
what?
Man. I don't know his music too well. I heard he was trying to do things in like the normal community, and something unfortunate happened. I don't know the details behind it.
Yeah. All right, what's this link?
It's a virus.
Fuck it.
It's the leftist media that's gonna change my mind about, war.
I feel like I watched this before.
Is that before he rebranded?
Yeah, maybe.
Is that before Dylan Roof?
All right.
Well, we're not going to watch a 40-minute video. How about you explain it to us, Matt?
I'll watch this later tonight.
Go back to it.
It says Jared Taylor, Crime and Race, Race Realism, 1999. Oh, C-SPAN.
Okay. How come it's not morality and race? Why isn't that the question or the statement? Aren't you degrees further away from the actual solution or the actual problem? Until you can actually answer me, if we're either genetic robots or ghosts in a machine, until you can answer that, then you can't. That's nonsense to me. Prove to me there's no soul and consciousness is a phenomena of the brain or whatever, of the body.
Mm-hmm.
Then tell yourself you're a genetic robot. I put genetic there to be distinctive, but it's really just you're a robot.
So it's the question, right?
So claim you're a robot, prove you're a robot,
Mm-hmm.
then I'll go with race and genetics dictating behavior.
So, right, it's who or what is the chooser?
Yeah.
Is it you there, the individual, or the potential for an individual?
Yeah.
Or is it genetics, biology?
So you're going to have to prove to me that you don't exist, basically. The sense of you have is not a real thing. It's an illusion of the brain.
Matt Hunter, solution to what? Why? In your world view, is murder wrong?
Yes.
He's asking solution to what?
To immoral action,
Yeah.
right? Why else do we police certain behaviors? It's not because we think it's right? Why do we do it? Now, if you're going the genetic robot route, it's to ensure the survival of the species so we can reproduce, and there's no purpose. We just reproduce to reproduce. It's in our genetic code to do so. That's all we do. Fine. Prove to me you're that genetic robot, and I'll let you go.
Matt Hunter says, define immoral. And then Matt, if you're not going to answer, let me know, because I don't want to keep asking you how I am or how we are anti-white.
Yeah. To define immoral, you have to define morality. And I look at morality as like a set of... Okay, there's the self there. I'd have to explain that, but let's just say the self.
Self.
Yeah.
Okay.
Contained in the self is something called good. That's the source of morality. Morality is the content attached to the goodness. Thus, the content of, I don't know, left and right? The ego making a distinction between things, right? A discrimination between that's a light and that's a TV. Thus, making a distinction between that's pain and that's pleasure, and on and so forth. So morality is the content we attach to our sense of goodness, real goodness, which is arise from the self. The self, do I need to go there?
Apparently for him.
Yeah, I'll let him ask.
Matt Hunter says, hey, white boy, notice how the Negro makes excuses for immoral behavior. One, you're going to address him by my name. That's James. And you're going to address him by Jordan, not Negro, if you want to continue to have this conversation with us and act like a fucking adult instead of a child.
Awkward.
He makes excuses for immoral behavior? How so?
Where, when, and how?
I've done my own internal and external investigating to come to my own conclusion of what is right and what's wrong.
Hey, call Jared up. Have him sit with me. He studied philosophy, did he not?
Yeah, he said, white boy, are you buying that Negro's shit?
Yeah, I just made it up. I sat in my room one day and said, I'm gonna come up with the source of self and morality, and yeah, it's me playing my Negro tricks on this white boy. Yeah, it got awkward.
It's not awkward. I'm just disappointed in this guy. I know he should be more intelligent than this.
Well, I don't know. Are you being a real person, or are you just, dick riding Jared Taylor?
I appreciate the comments. I appreciate the questions. I love banter. I really do, as well as conversations on interesting subjects. But I don't have time for this shit. I don't have time for it.
I do.
No, I don't have. No.
Step the fuck up, Matt.
No,
Step
here's the
up.
thing. I ask you. You ask me a question. You ask us a question. We answer. I ask you something. Answer it. It's that simple. I'm trying to get to a solution here. I don't know what you're doing. I don't know what you're trying to do, man.
Well, I don't think he can appeal to the argument. Thus, he's relying on, SJW culture to where people react emotionally. And I am reacting emotionally. It's called care. Love. I don't know. Respecting you as a human being.
My question is, or was, you called us or me anti-white. How? How am I anti-white? And what was your question?
Did you need me to explain the self? What was that? I think that was.
Something like that.
I can try on a YouTube video. But I'd much rather talk to you, like, talk to you.
Yeah, dude, you can call them a Google Hangouts. This is way easier.
Because the self's it's a weird thing because you're talking about it as in the sense of a concept, right? Instead of something that's tangible.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm talking with a person, I can appeal to that tangible thing.
Mm-hmm.
The self, the soul, whatever you want to call it. I can actually appeal to that rather than just talking about this theory, putting a concept on top of this thing that already exists. Now it's floating above us rather than grounded within us, rather than just talking about it straight up, if that made any sense.
It can seem a little weird we're not familiar with specific terms. It's a little odd, right? Like foreign sounding when some people are not familiar with specific terms. Alright. Because your instinctive reaction. Is that what it says? I can't see it.
I got it. Because your instinctive reaction to any misfortune that befalls a non-white has to be the fault of those wicked white people over there. You sound like you've been brainwashed by Jared Taylor.
Are you quoting me? Those wicked white people over there?
Those are his words, actually.
Oh, those are Jared's words.
You blame the wicked white man or wicked. Those are his words.
So
now you could believe the same thing. You're just using the same words. There's no problem with that.
So you're telling me I don't get angry? So you think I don't get angry, or my reaction isn't the same when the U.S. government engages in well, at least I have evidence for, right? Or I can point towards evidence that's going to lead me towards the U.S. government engages in false flags, hurting its own people. That involves white people.
When we did the videos on the black Israelites.
John McCain's father.
Yeah.
That whole thing about the boat. Was it Liberty?
USS Liberty.
That whole thing. Because my reaction isn't what? Was that say instinctive?
How about when Israel attacked a U.S. boat that the
Liberty, the U.S.
The Navy men on those boats were like, they knew it was us, and they're pretending like it was some foreign country. They knew it was the U.S.
USS Liberty.
Was it that? I think so. I don't know.
It has something to do with Israel.
Yeah.
I don't.
When we talk about the black Israelites, does that count? How about that? I forgot his name. It's a weird, fucked up name, African name. The South African dude is like, we'll kill women, we'll kill children. That fucking dude who did that interview.
Yeah.
Does that count? I don't know, man. You should try to call things out as they are. Certain topics are more popular than others because it seems like a bigger scale. We talk about the Saudis bombing the shit out of Yemen. That's Arabs versus Arabs. We're not looking at it as Arabs. We're looking at it as corrupt fucking government.
Yeah.
And probably corrupt people on the other side. And then the innocent people in between are the ones that get hurt.
So, I don't see how I'm anti-white. I really don't. I don't. I call out corrupt people or corrupt actions.
And certain stories get more buzz than other stories.
Like, look, I don't trust Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. Am I anti-white? I don't trust Obama. That dude's a fucking war criminal. He's a murderer.
You're against Obama's white side. What? Remember, he's half.
Oh,
he's half.
How could I forget? I don't understand.
Yeah, we've called out Barack Obama numerous times. Numerous. As a war criminal. We shit on Kamala Harris. We shit on Cory Booker. What do you need, man?
Matt Hunter, I used to be anti-white. How so?
This feels like an intervention.
Well, that's the point of these things, man. Conversation, topics.
Yeah, will Jared talk to you personally?
No,
Yeah.
Probably not. Unless you go and meet him.
Yeah.
And he has time.
Yeah, I was, daydreaming about something that might not ever happen. But if our channel was popular, I'd be like, oh, Matt would actually be one of the first names I think of as a moderator on our channel.
Yeah, probably, yeah.
He may not believe the same things we believe, but I think he's here for an argument or to make a point.
Well, that's the thing I'm trying to get at.
Not to look for reactions.
That's the thing I'm trying to get at, though.
All right.
You know? There's no point to this if we're not going to actually have some sort of actual conversation. Some sort of actual, discussion.
Yeah.
Instead of just, right? Someone asks a question or someone raises a point or gives a statement. We reply to it, answer it, etc., and so forth. Yeah. We ask a question, whether it gets ignored or not, then it just keeps going. It's like, what are we doing here?
Yeah.
This has been going on for a while now. You keep bringing up Jared Taylor.
In a video where we defend Jared Taylor, we get
crap. No, that's not the point. The point is, we looked at his ideas before. They're shallow. They don't hold up.
They don't hold up. Not for me.
So if you want to get somewhere with this, you can always just call in and tell us specifically. Don't tell me to go read one of his books. How am I anti-white? Clearly. How? How are me and Jordan anti-white? How?
I don't know. Maybe it's I don't know. Because
don't say you don't know.
Once again, it's just narrowing down to aesthetics. I don't know.
Let's look at this, right?
I mean, I don't like the way someone looks or something.
Let's see. We have a president who engages in illegal arms deals, possibly. You could say illegal arms deals.
Yeah.
Whether it's straight up him or by proxy. You have someone that basically says "fuck you, Congress," goes into an illegal war. Okay. Now you have somebody who takes office and continues that illegal war. Now you have another person who continues another illegal war. You got Bush, you got Obama, you got Trump. I guess I'm just anti-white because it's just more white people than black people. I guess.
No. There's only one white person there. You got a white guy, you got a black guy, and you got an orange guy. It's three different races right there.
I don't understand, man. I don't understand, and you're running from it. You're running from my question. How am I anti-white? How?
Or either of us.
I don't.
Like, if I wasn't here, would you be calling him anti-white?
You probably would. I say the U.S. government, right, And maybe I should be more specific as far as specific groups within that government that engage in these actions. You know, media, fucking military, Pentagon.
Yeah.
They engage in this warfare. You know, economic warfare on the ground, funding and training rebels.
Yeah.
To fight wars by proxy. Economic warfare, putting sanctions on other countries to make them, you know, first of all, to fucking affect them a certain specific way, and then to portray that image and show it and portray it to their own people. See, they're bad to sway public opinion in order to get something done.
Yeah.
So I don't fucking see how that's anti-white.
Yeah.
I'm not anti-government. I'm not anti-white. I don't understand. Unless this is something you got to hold up in your skewed.
The reason I started before was because I was thinking like maybe it means culturally, but even that doesn't hold up.
Well, no.
First of all, I don't know what that means. First of all,
I like Stevie Ray Vaughan.
I thought a punk rock guy is a punk rock, a hip hop guy is hip hop, rock and roll classic is this. Like I thought that was like a culture. Skateboarders over here, that's a culture.
Yeah.
It's not exclusive to a race because there's no merit behind it. There's no earned creativity there. It's just, here you are. You look this way. Now you're this culture. It's like, what? Where's the creative process at?
So once again, I just don't understand how. Well, I know I'm not, but I don't understand how you could think such a thing unless you're clearly engaging in cognitive dissonance.
Yeah. I mean, our opening music is metric. It's a white girl. Blonde white girl.
Like, seriously, though.
Very beautiful. Great music.
You're anti-white. Why? Wow. What good would that do?
Because you disagree with Jared Taylor.
White reporters... Okay. Hey, Matt, you haven't answered my question. How are we anti-white? White reporters barred from entering event for say?
Savannah's major?
Savannah's mayor? Mayor.
I don't even know that. But how are we condoning that? How are we saying that's the right? Yeah, good.
Yeah, it's stupid if anybody's barred from doing anything, you know, any reporters like that. Organizer bars. This is what the article says. Organizer bars white reporters from event with two Savannah. Oh.
Okay.
Mayoral candidates. Yeah, anybody being barred or anybody being banned from an event that holds a specific ideology, if that's what this is fucking ridiculous.
What in our videos had made you think we support any of that? Really?
How are we anti-white?
Literally just defended Jared Taylor.
How are we anti-white? I don't understand. How? How could you think that? I know I'm not. I don't know about him.
I am. I hate you all.
I'll take his word for it.
I hate you all.
Lackluster argument, dude.
You spend all your resources trying to kill my people. The Atlanta Braves. How dare you?
My resources?
You and your Yankees buying up all the players. It's a joke, man. It's a joke. Look at these leftist Yankees buying up all the players. Stealing them from Atlanta.
Yeah, we stole A-Rod, definitely. And Giambi. And Tino.
Yeah, we couldn't afford them.
And Mike. Hey, they're paying Maddox and Smoltz and Schiffer and
those are
Jones.
homegrown. That's different.
Pay.
That's different.
Who did I say? Max wasn't homegrown. Smoltz was. Jones was. Schiffer was too. Neither was what's his name, the lefty.
We home grow. We'll pick up free agents here and there.
Mm-hmm.
We'll spend a lot on probably like one free agent. Then we get like Teixeira one year. No, we traded for him.
Yeah.
But we still took his payroll with it.
Yeah. All right. Well, if you're not going to answer, or you know, understand typing, takes a little bit of time.
Yeah, take your time, man.
Yeah, my two questions are this. How are we anti-white, and why don't you call in? It's the same thing, dude. Every time we do this type of thing, it's like you ignore whatever questions that we have, or your answer is lackluster, and you don't pick up from there, or you just send us some articles like nothing ever happened. Look at this now, see? Like what progress do you... What's the question? I am asking you, how are we anti-white? How are we anti-white? What made you think that? And your answer...
We gave too much favor to the black Israelites.
Your instinctive reason to any misfortune that befalls on a non-white has to be the fault of those wicked white people over there. That doesn't work here. Now, try again.
When or where? When or where have we said that?
That's the question.
Or even implied that? We say, I don't know, an imperialist move by the U.S. government? Does that mean white to you? Or does that mean a country? United States of America, or do you think we mean just white?
I look at people as people. I don't look at them as like, oh, the U.S. government, the white U.S. government. No, they're people, and the people that engage in these actions are fucking corrupt. In those actions specifically, right? And the ones that are a part of it that don't know, well, they're ignorant.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, look, for example, maybe it's like the U.S. soldier that believes he's doing the right thing, but he's completely ignorant to the fact that what he's doing is actually immoral. And he's in warfare battle. It's immoral.
Yeah.
But he's ignorant. So is there corruption there? Not necessarily.
Yeah.
Now.
And good.
Like the 5-star army general that's telling the president, hypothetical situation, by the way.
Cone pal.
Listen, we need to go after them this way. We need to fund the rebels, train them. That way they can fight this war by, this proxy war that we want. Start a civil war, and that way we'll be able to get rid of these guys. Like, do you know what you're doing?
Yeah. There's documented stories of U.S. imperialism, but you take that as white because someone on the internet probably told you it's a white nation. Now, maybe you can consider it that. I don't know, or care. The point is, are the actions immoral or not?
So when Trump was critical of Haiti and called Haiti a shithole, why was he called a racist? Because people are dumb. That's why. People are silly and they're team playing, just like you are doing.
And I believe we critiqued him for that.
Yeah, we did. We did.
It's like, well, if you look at, I don't know, economic hitman with, basically debt slavery.
Yeah.
Oh, these things happen. Look at that.
Yeah. Hey, look at Syria.
Black,
look at Syria.
We only defend them because they're black.
If someone said Syria's a shit...
No. Syrians are close to black, so that's the only reason we're defending them.
For real. If someone said Syria's a shithole, I'm not going to say, oh, they're racist. It's like, well, let's look at Syria. What the fuck's going on in there?
Yeah.
It's not the word itself, it's the context in which the word is being used. Which is why I ask you again. How are we anti-white? But here we go again, just, another question without answering ours. Why is, quote, American imperialism immoral?
I thought it was just about imperialism. And they just happen to be the biggest fucking country, most powerful country in the world. That's what I thought.
Any act of force, right?
Yeah. Against someone's will.
Yeah.
This should be innate. It should be innately read as immoral. If you actually look into the stories, it should be innately read as immoral.
People getting killed, people's deaths being used for propaganda. Like, here's another example, right? The babies were thrown out of the incubators.
That happened.
Hello?
That really happened.
Yeah. What was it?
Kuwait? Oh, guess
Kuwait.
what?
Hold on. The ambassador of Kuwait.
His daughter.
His daughter. Somehow, some way, they fucking got the daughter, right? By they, I mean people, and she fucking also agreed, so fuck her too. Even though she's a kid, but hey, they're all children, I guess, right?
She's like a
teenager,
naive valley girl.
Here's the shit. She fucking testified, right? They took the babies out of the incubators. They found out, right? That's all a bunch of shit.
Yeah.
And then, right? Then you see the fucking president at the time, right? HW.
Yeah.
Right, HW. That's his. HW.
Yeah.
Yeah.
George Herbert Walker.
Senior. Yeah. He's using that now. They take the babies out of the incubators. We have to do something, you know.
Yeah.
So I don't like.
Don't you see us digging at morality? When we did a Kanye West video, why were we like, more empathetic with Kanye and less empathetic with Candace Owens? Why do you think that happened? It's because we perceive an immorality going on. We're looking for honesty and things like oh, we think Kanye really means this, or he's really trying to get at something else. And then you can see Candace Owens sneaking up from behind, turning it into something political.
Yeah.
Now they're both black people. They're both, well, Kanye's way out there as far as a known name, but Candace Owens was growing as like a name people know.
Yeah.
Why do you think we judge one way and judge the other a different way?
Matt Hunter, why is a wolf eating a sheep immoral?
It's not.
No. Hey, dude, how come you don't answer my question?
So you're saying there is no such thing as morality. If that's your argument, then you are saying we are genetic robots. If that's the direction you're going into. And everyone in prison now should stay in prison because they'll never choose differently, because there is no choice, because there is no self. So I can extrapolate those things from one statement. But, alright.
Ruben Garcia is here.
Ruben, been a while, man.
Candace Owens is not intelligent at all. I would say she's clever.
Yeah, I think she's clever. She's a businesswoman. She knows how to finagle her way into things.
Mm-hmm. Matt Hunter.
That's a good question, but I wish you were asking it.
Don't be sorry, Ruben.
Somewhat honestly.
You're good. Matt Hunter, so a wolf eating a sheep is moral?
It's neutral, like most people are. You don't step into the world of morality until you take a step into the world of morality. That means, metaphorically speaking, like Adam or Eve biting the apple, right? If you're not conscious of yourself making a decision, then how are you making a moral decision? You have to understand you're making a choice.
Right.
You have to have free will. You have to understand you're making a choice in order to make a moral choice.
Right. When these things are happening, right? When the truest sense of yourself isn't there, then who's there? What's happening?
Yeah.
Like who's operating the wheel? You know what I mean? Hence empty action.
Yeah. So, yeah, in scenarios, you can judge an action as immoral, but not the being itself.
Ruben says, wolves killing sheep's just for fun.
Yeah, no. It's like, oh, kill. Yes, kill. It's not for survival. Just kill to kill.
You can even go into the topic of like just, as far. Matt Hunter says, "Are you hearing this, Negro? Should I call the police?" Aw, you're so adorable, dude. Do you not have like a response to what he just said?
No.
Can you not answer my question? How we are anti-white? You're so cute. All right. Right. As far as the animals go, well, we are animals too. What you could say? What's the specific difference between us as far as the animal and the wild? One might be in constant survival mode. Like food, water. But then when you see animals become like domesticated and whatnot, like distinctions between like people. Oh, that's this person. That's this person. Like that's Joe. That's Mary. That's John.
I think.
And then when they get in, like when someone's like, hey, let's say they named let's say it's a wolf or whatever, or a dog. It's like say they name him Bo. Like, Bo. It's like, that's me.
Yeah.
Like I'm Bo.
I think like the wild animal is only self-aware on the unconscious level. They're not conscious that they're self-aware. It's like their biological needs moving on their own. Once again, it's not a touchscreen.
Okay.
Yes, I got him again. Thank you. Thank the gods.
Negroid, please.
Keep trying, man.
Dude, this is embarrassing. I don't know how long you can keep this up. I'm asking you a question. How are we anti-white? And how come you're not? Well, yeah. Why aren't you answering the question? And how are we? And if you do attempt to, how are we anti-white? And that's just banter between them.
Yeah. I think he's offended for Jared. Just being honest.
Please don't tell me. Fuck.
Maybe I'm wrong. Who knows?
I would hope that you are. I would hope.
Yeah.
Ideally, I would hope people, right, engage in these exchange of ideas.
Yeah.
Because they think, right, or that they believe. If they knew, then they wouldn't probably be there. But they believe that this is the best idea.
Yeah.
Like this is it. This is the argument. This is the idea. I'm gonna go with that. Right. I have to go combat these other ideas over here.
Yeah.
Ideally, that's what I would hope for, instead of collectivism. Instead of that.
Yeah.
That's what gets annoying. That's why this whole fucking silly SJW thing happens. Right? This team playing.
Yeah.
And then you know what that does? That leaves room open for another group to form and and you're basically giving them room to argue back. This other silly team.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's almost like the best way I can compare it, I'm really not trying to offend anybody, but maybe, take a couple steps back and really think like what's really going on here. Fundamentalism, religion, fundamentalists, and atheists.
Yeah.
One leaves room for the other, instead of both kind of taking the step back, saying, "I don't know."
Yeah.
Like, how do we figure out we know something, or what is known, as opposed to what is believed? Taking a step back and going, well, what don't I know?
Yeah, but then they lose out on the, topic of discussion.
Well, they don't.
In the mainstream and all that, and the big platforms and the speeches and the debates in front of auditoriums and all that stuff.
You don't have to. You're not missing out on anything. If you're engaging in collectivism like that, then that's what you're really missing out on, everything, the big picture.
Yeah, even if we are genetic robots, you're losing out on
I'm not.
Downloaded information.
I'm not.
You're missing out on downloads to where you can become a super machine.
Liar. How am I a liar?
Liar about what?
I don't know. I don't know if he's talking to me or us. This is one of our videos.
If I had to guess.
Oops.
If I had a mirror.
Fix that for me, dude.
I'll just use this.
Shit's not loading fast enough.
Jesus Christ Superstar? The 39 lashes? Are you trolling us? How dare you?
You haven't answered my question.
Yeah, I don't know what that was for. Probably something cool.
Probably, but it's not answering my question. How are we anti-white?
He does put like dark art stuff out there. I like the dark art stuff.
I don't mind that.
That's like where I have a bit of favoritism to it.
Sure. But right now I'm focused on the question. How are we anti-white? Ideally, right, you know, you would hope that people are trying to strive towards the best possible idea or scenario, you know? Isn't that what it should be? Hey guys, let's aim towards the best possible thing for everybody.
And then that begs the question, what's the best possible thing? Like, oh, that's where thinking comes in. Then that leads to, well, how do I know I'm right? And that leads to, well, who am I, the thing that's thinking? And then on and on and on it goes. If you take it seriously and you seriously care about it, I'm assuming those questions will lead to the ultimate question.
Well, that's where nature comes into play, you know?
Yeah.
Which is why I keep referencing the Dark Knight trilogy. Joker represents the force of nature. It's like, what if this happens, huh? What now?
Yeah.
You still believe in it? What happens now? Except Batman, right? Batman does not budge, does not move, not once. Unfortunately for Harvey Dent, he budges. People in the Gotham Police Department budge. People within the city
They had soft spots. They had soft spots.
Yeah. But in the end, right, it's the idea, you know, that should be, like, you know, worth remembering, right? It's fiction. No, it's an idea, so it's not fiction.
I'll leave this so I don't forget about it.
All right, I mean, we're almost done here. I mean, if you're not going to answer the question, you know, then I don't know what we're doing here, you know?
Yeah. Let's give him one more comment to answer.
All right.
How are we anti-white?
Yeah.
Or either one of us as an individual? Make your last comment your best comment. No. We're actually on a good track now with time.
Time?
We got, what was it, 4 stories? We did all that shit in like an hour. Like, oh, good timing.
Yeah.
And then off the rails we go.
It's not off the rails. This is all.
That's what it's meant for. The live streams is meant for talking with whoever's listening. I mean, I picked topics that we could just, like, you know, we could talk about, but it's more about hearing what whoever thinks.
Well, the idea is, you know, to visit, like, more different ideas, you know.
Yeah.
Like, all right, let's see if this holds up, you know.
Oh yeah.
I'm not a billionaire, so I can't fucking, you know, become Batman or anything like that. So, like, this is what I have to do, you know.
Yeah.
But this is the most I can do at the moment, then, you know, so be it.
I think this is fun. I love talking about my metaphysical ideas.
Well, it's fun, but it's more, for me, it's more of a...
And I state that I know.
An obligation.
My words may not be hitting your filter in the most correct way for you, which is why I like talking to people one-on-one normally. But what I say, I know.
Well, I'm pretty sure, you know, what does hit the filter is, how are we anti-white? I'm pretty sure that's pretty basic enough. A retort might be in order. Metaphysical. Halo 289. Metaphysical. Shout out to Sam Harris.
Shout out Sam Harris.
Oh, shout out Sam Harris. I said too, my
Sam
fault.
Harris? Is that what he wanted? Just me to say Sam Harris?
I don't know.
I think I'd wreck Sam Harris in a debate too.
Would you?
Well, he likes to stick to the surface things, like, oh, well, in this book it says this. I don't have a book. It's me. I'm right here in front of you. Let's talk.
Well, doesn't he say there is no self?
Let's seriously...
Doesn't he?
Well, he says there's no self and there's also objective morality.
Okay.
Simultaneously, he says that.
That's contradicting, though.
It doesn't make sense to me. How can you have morality without choice? How can you have choice without a self?
Well, it's odd, isn't it?
Self, soul, ghost in the machine, whatever you want to call it. Even if your argument's it's the brain, it's like, make that argument then. But it's going to take some work, because you have to prove consciousness.
Yeah.
Prove what it is, that it arises from the brain or whatever.
I remember we did earlier on, we did videos, you know, on what?
I expect them to run.
Oh. I remember we did well, not Halo, but Sam.
Yeah, we did like 3 videos on it was like a 3-part series on Sam Harris and objective morality.
The thing about Sam that disturbs me a little bit is I'm not gonna say it's a hyper focus, but the whole thing about Islam.
Yeah, it seems like a heavy focus.
Yeah, it's like, well, yeah, why are you so zeroed in on this and not everything else that's surrounding it? As far as not Islam itself, as far as people.
Actually, maybe that's where Matt gets the anti-white stuff from, because he hears in this era and this shit, the leftist, globalists, SJW, they're now adopting the topics that real motherfuckers were talking about years prior. Like real dudes that really care about these topics, like Finkelstein or
Norman Finkelstein,
or Cornel West, guys that are really talking about this shit. And then they're like, that's the only way to get voted in. Let's adopt these topics. So now those topics are associated with Don Lemons and Chris Cuomo and CNN and MSNBC and Rachel Maddow.
Well, those guys are all posers.
Now it's like, those guys are anti-white, and these guys talk about the same ideas.
They're all posers. They're all posers.
Maybe. I could be guessing.
Maybe. Those guys are posers.
No, I'm talking about maybe. That's why people might have a perception of, oh, you guys are leftists, or you guys are anti-white, or whatever the fuck. We've been called left-wing and right-wing. Imagine that.
I've also been called, well, it was more of a question. I got asked if I was an anarchist. I'm like, no.
Anarcho-capitalist.
Yeah.
All these terms and shit. It's like, what? Hey, I'm Jordan. Hi.
Yeah. The same thing with Sam Harris, too. You know, like, hey, man, how come we're not, like, going for the best possible idea, you know? It's odd because I remember, like, we were looking at this, like, 2 weeks ago, as far as, you know, what's his stance as far as the Iraq war or Afghanistan. Not much there.
Yeah, he says he's against the Iraq war, but you know,
well, he says he's against it, but then he says
we need to rout out the ideology that's in these areas. He's basically saying something like that.
Yeah,
I think. Yeah, like I said.
All right.
All right, no response.
All right,
that's it from us. Subscribe if you feel like. Always, always, always comment. Leave comments. Donate. Like us, hate us, donate to Devon's Journey to Recovery. It's not for us. It's for one of our subscribers and his wife, because we don't have free healthcare in this country. That's a shame. So please donate to Devon's Journey to Recovery. The GoFundMe link is in the description box, right down there. I don't know if you can see my negroid hands. If you can't, you can see the fingernail right down there in the description box. Please donate to Devon's Journey to Recovery. At the very least, click on the link, read the story, see how they're doing. Leave a message saying, hey, hope you're getting better and all that. That'd be cool. If you have some spare money, don't buy that porn video. Donate to Devon's Journey to Recovery. Thank you. And with that said, give this video a thumbs down. No comments? A thumbs down.
Say you wanna get in.